Hey guys, so after going through the Green Goblin trial or Scourge or whatever, I realized that your limiting factor is not so much like using, where are they? Using new Avengers or even Rebirth, which do very well if you have them built for raids against war people. But actually, this node here, city villain, and not so much the third node as much as the seventh, which you have to face apocalypse in the end. It's a very challenging node, and if your team, let me show you the city villain trait, uh, which is a bit limited. All right. So you either have to have a big underworld team, which you cannot use. What's his name? Uh, Taskmaster, but you can use the other four people, or you need to have a Sinister Six team, possibly Superior Six. I personally am using a team like Black Cat, Mr. Negative, Green Goblin Classic, the new character, uh, Doc Ock, and Kingpin. These five I'm using, and I cannot get through difficulty 8 uh, with even without a couple of scourges on, having them at this size. But I can get through difficulty 7 with all the scourges on. Uh, Not by huge challenge. So right now my new Avengers are small, and I don't plan to build them up because if I try difficulty 8 I get stuck here at City Villain. So if I'm going to push for difficulty 8, I will first bring up my City Villain characters. This is like a video for someone that is more mid-game, I would assume. If you have them like Mr. Negative and Kingpin brought up for DD6, which I'm considering for City, but they're not my first picks. Then maybe it doesn't apply to you with the Black Cat and a couple of other characters they can do, they can probably clear. But apart from that, from like uh, underworld secondary characters, apart from Master, or if you have already built the Sinister Six, which you see I have very small, I actually want to build Vulture up, and I maybe will push it for the Scourge for this trial to get the Green Goblin to more stars. But when you finish like difficulty 7 with all the scourges on that I just did, you get a score like this. So you get to have like most many milestones, and you get to almost to the 4th star of Green Goblin Classic. So you're basically guaranteed 100% the 4th star, and basically the 5th. Probably also a 4th red. Worst case, I would imagine like to go to 10 to 13% with a 3 stars, or like even one 3 red. I mean, even one below, you get 5 yellow, 3 reds. Uh, and even if you stop like 1 to 3%, you're still 5 stars away from the 6. So you either have to push for the top 2000 and bring up both those teams, both City Villain and the new Avengers, which are doing great. I didn't find them even at this size. They are now. They help a lot at the 10th node, which is challenging because there's war bust and they spawn all the Heroes for Hire with Young Avengers and the two Moon Dragons that revive your characters and debuff them. So this is a challenging node, and they prepared it very well. Removed all the charges from the Heroes for Hire, so they were ready to die, and killed the two Moon Dragons even at this size, at the full 7 with all the scourges on. They managed to help at the trial, so I'm not. I think like if a team like this is like 600, 700, they probably can manage difficulty 8 without a problem. I've done difficulty 8, and you see that you get stuck. You get easily nodes. Even like Rebirth, Rebirth is not like very huge. No character at 18. I mean, maybe you would consider them to be huge if you see them like this. I was lucky and I pulled the diamond from the like yesterday. So for Agent Venom, and he helped a lot with a trial. I don't know if I can do it that easily without him at this size. I also brought him up from 6 red to 1 diamond just today, so it was a huge difference in the way he performed. Otherwise, he would just bring like a Captain Carter to level 95, let's say. No need for rating. I think the whole team will be good. I actually changed the positioning and put a US agent next to Captain America because when he's not using raids, he's a lot more useless, and it's a least important character to get splash damage and die. And it's a bit better to protect the Winter Soldier, which he does damage and clears buffs, even if he doesn't do stun. He's more important for the trial. So to recap, if you want to build this guy up, I will not have 1t4 like in Tigra, and maybe like they will do a little bit better if I build them. I also want to put to the her ultimate because special didn't do like crazy stuff. This also seems nice, and maybe like if I bring Mockingbird a bit up and put like a T4 on her, I think the sim will perform. I don't think the sim needs to be huge to do difficulty 8. In contrast, city villains need to be huge. Okay, you have your Black Cat, and she's a arena team, and basically everywhere she's amazing, even in Cosmic Crucible right now. And in Wars she beats Gamma, so if you don't have a huge underworld for team success, will probably be the third team, or combination of the two. Like you can just put Doc Ock and Green Goblin Classic that are legendary for DD6, very good consideration. They are both in the war team if you want to build the war DD6 superior. Cosmic Crucible, you will beat them up eventually, so maybe start with them, start with Black Cat, then if you have Mr. Negative and Kingpin, maybe touch them up a little bit, or like put someone like Vulture and Electro with them, or and Mysterio if you want to go also for like a strong, as I say, at least war team.